Chinese civilization had influenced the world with its broad and gorgeous appearance. After going through hardship, China today gradually returns to the world stage center with the posture of the world's second economic entity. Since 2013, Chinese President Xi Jinping has put forward the development idea of jointly constructing the Silk Road economic belt and the 21st century maritime Silk Road in several international important events, rapidly generating great influences worldwide. China is grasping the historic opportunity of civilization renaissance in historical space-time coordinates. What kind of connotation and realistic value does the Belt and Road inherited from the ancient Silk Road and the maritime Silk Road contain? And what profound and huge influence will it bring to China's future and the world? The Silk Road has always been the important channel for the East and the West to communicate economy and culture since being digged by China Western Han Dynasty, Zhongqian's diplomatic mission to the Western regions. The 19th century German historical geographer Ferdinand Freiherr von Richthofen called the channel that transported silk from the East to the distant West in ancient to be the Silk Road, from which the name was widely circulated and gradually became the synonym of ancient East and West culture communication. In the history of the Silk Road, silk, Chinaware, tea, spice, and horses were the most circulated, large-scale trading products, of which the silk spanned longest and was in the top of the value chain. This is the primary cause that the German historical geographer Ferdinand Freiherr von Richthofen called the Silk Road. In the final analysis, silk was an important trade symbol and also an animate culture symbol, representing the long-term prosperous and booming trade between Asia and Europe. The silk production technology had been passed to the Asia Minor Peninsula at the early Tang Dynasty. At 200 kilometers to the southeast of Istanbul, there is still an ancient city, Bursa, named Silk City, which was an important node to transport China ancient silk to the West. After seamanship developed in the 15th century, sea passage played a more and more important role in the Chinese and Western communication. Continuous prosperity of the maritime Silk Road gradually replaces the leading role of traditional land Silk Road. The concept of the maritime Silk Road was firstly raised by French sinologist Edouard Chavannes in 1913. He mentioned in his writing, The Western Turkic Khaganate History, that the Silk Road has land and marine two channels. The North Road passes through Gwangju, and the South Road is a sea route passing to various India ports. During Ming Dynasty Yongle and Xuande period, Zheng He led a huge ocean fleet to visit various countries, Asia and Africa, for 7 times successively, which opened up the longest ocean route in the ancient marine Silk Road history and became the hallmark event of the marine Silk Road. As time goes by and experiencing ups and downs for millions of years, the Silk Road and the marine Silk Road has been going on continually. The strategic conception of the Belt and Road, born from the earth of history and reality interweaving, is exactly the common development road, inherited from the historic Silk Road spirit. It is enough to prove through reviewing the Silk Road history that although there is difference between different civilizations, it does not necessarily result in confrontation and conflict. On the contrary, it is the right way for different civilizations to exist peacefully, respect mutually, and draw on each other's strength. It will be the same as it used to be. Although the conception of the Belt and Road was proposed by China, it is open, inclusive, and equal, and not limited to so-called countries along the Silk Road. It welcomes the participation and input of various types of economic entities and countries, and respects each country and region's self-development vision and arrangement. It is a human civilization cantata. This Silk Road and the earth-shaking civilization large channel still left us countless questions and thoughts today and the ups and downs. From the ancient Silk Road to today's the Belt and Road, it connects the human everlasting development and exploration road in series.